the Keystone XL Super Pipeline. It'll put a real dent in our dependence on Middle Eastern oil. It'll bring thousands of really good, well-paying jobs right here in the United States, and it'll strengthen the ties that we already have with our closest and most supportive ally right here in the West, Canada. So no wonder that the president's so reluctant to support the thing. I know, right? Look, I'm sure he has his reasons and all of that. But from where I sit, the fact that we need this is so abundantly clear-cut that it's almost embarrassing I should have to even be here right now. I shouldn't have to be doing this clip. Still, there does seem to be some real opposition to it, believe it or not. And just like taking out the trash, if I continue to sit here and do nothing, then it will continue to sit there and go unchallenged. So, if you're coming from left of center, and especially if you hated on President Bush back in the day, and most especially if you somehow thought that all of that made you cool and hip, then you probably also took the point of view about our involvement in Iraq, that it was all just a great big sham and that we were just in it for the oil. Let's suppose for just a moment that you were right. If that were true, then shouldn't you, of all people, be leading the charge in support for this project right now? I mean, seriously, if I pursue your own line of thought, then a project like this would enable us to harvest the resources that we already have right here at home on the Western Hemisphere, and then maybe we wouldn't have to go pillaging and plundering for it in these remote parts of the world, putting our young people in harm's way as we go. By your own rationale, you should be sitting right here with me in support of this thing. Come on, left-winger. You don't love this country any less than I do. I know you don't. You just happen to see a few things a little bit differently from me. And do you know what? That's okay. But we need this one. I mean, we really, really need it. And whatever your concerns are at this moment should be more than offset by the fact that there is nobody on earth more highly trained or better qualified to carry this project out than the American pipe builder. And there's no place on earth that holds him up to a higher standard than the United States. And by the way, whatever tiny risk there might be to the environment is more than offset 1,000 times over by the super pipeline that we already have right now. You know, the one that's funneling billions of our American dollars every single day to those remote parts of the world where they don't share our value system and, quite frankly, don't particularly like us very much. That's just the steel-cold reality of it all. Don't you see it? We need this flippin' pipeline, that's all. Or we really will be rocking the Casbah. And that's the truth.